All right. Hello, guys. I'm going to give you guys a couple of minutes to get in here. For anyone that is interested in listening to this discussion, this is High Priestess Jamila, and I need to talk to you guys. And I'm going to make this perfectly clear for all of my clients. Hey, Nefertiti, the goddess. That's crazy that you're in here, but I can only, okay, I can see you now. Hello, good evening. How y'all doing? I just woke up from a nap. I've got to get some more fire going here. On this work that I'm doing for myself. And I've got to talk to you guys about some things that are important right now. Hey, Justin. Hey. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Let me get a couple of minutes here because I've got to light these candles over this thing because I can see that there's still some stuff that seems to be coming through. How y'all doing? Today was a very, very crazy day. Okay, so just to let you guys know, like my background and what you're dealing with here is, I am a sensitive, I am an empath, and I'm also a psychic medium, and then a telepath. I'm also a telepath. Okay, so I have I sometimes I can hear things from very, very far away. You know what I'm saying? I can hear frequencies. Telepaths, we don't just hear people, but we hear frequencies sometimes. There's some, TV, there's some like these cartoons and stuff that they've got for these kids. I can't watch some of those cartoons. I can't do it because like I'll hear certain things like in the background. It's so weird. So when you guys pay for your work to be done, especially if you pay on the website, you have to give time for the payment to clear, first of all. Okay, because I don't do work for free. So if you pay on the website with your credit card or your debit card, usually it depends. I think it depends on on how you pay. Because with some of my orders, I'll receive the payment the next day. With some of them, I won't. So it really depends. But I've got to make it very clear for people that find me on YouTube and for all of my clients. Okay. If I feel that you are bringing me too much drama, I will drop you as a client. The reason why is because I will start getting very suspenseful. I'll start suspecting things about you if you are a client and you're giving me a hard time. Seriously. I deserve a certain level of respect. I deserve respect from every single one of my clients, period. And if I feel that you're being disrespectful to me, then I'm going to feel that I'm going to start feeling like you're against me, or like you're plotting against me, or like, maybe one of these, maybe something may have happened to where, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll start getting suspectful though. I'll start being very suspenseful because, technically this whole, being on YouTube as a spiritualist can be extremely difficult. Extremely. I don't know why it's difficult. I have no idea why it would be difficult. or why it would be a negative thing. But people can turn a good situation into a negative anytime that they want. And as my clients, hey Ryan's daughter, hey Natural Mystic, okay? If you are a client of mine and you're giving me way too much complaints, because I'm gonna be honest with you, my clients don't complain. In fact, I just did my drunken love jar, my drunken love hoodoo spell, and it's already working, less than 24 hours later. Okay. So I don't have a lot of clients that complain. And I feel that if you start complaining to me too much about the littlest, tiniest things, then I'm going to start suspecting that something is up. I'm going to start suspecting that maybe you're, trying to play with me, or maybe you're trying to vampire me from me, or whatever. I don't know. But I do not take clients because I need money. I don't do that. That's not the way that my spirits work. And my spirits will give me more than one sign that maybe I need to drop you as a client. And I will do that, because all money is not good money. And you know what? If I decide to work on you, if I decide to take you as a client, because I don't take everybody. I don't take everybody as a client. And I don't care if these people online have a disrespect for me. 99% of the people in social media that have a problem with me have never met me. They don't know me. That's the one thing that you have to remember. So just because a complete stranger online that does not know me has a problem with me doesn't mean that you have the right to disrespect me or question me. For example, if you guys have an issue with me as your spiritualist, then you can always go to someone else. I'm keeping it real with you, because you know what? First of all, every spiritualist has their own life. We all have lives. Some of us have children. Some of us have mentally ill family members. So, we are human just like you are. We are. And guess what? When you pay for your work, especially if it's a cleanse or a hex remover, those can be very dangerous spirits that will immediately come to me, to your spiritualist. Now, I don't know about these other spiritualists. Every spiritualist is not a medium. Every spellcaster, is not a psychic. So when you pay me to do work for you, the reason why the work works is because of the fact that I'm a medium and I can make contact with these spirits. But at the same time, that can sometimes be dangerous to me. It can sometimes, I put my life at risk for every single one of my clients. Every single one of you, especially if you are a client and guys, let me explain this to you guys. Sometimes when client work backfires, or when it starts to bring negativity into my life, the work that I do for you, which can happen. There's no perfect witch or a practitioner that does everything perfect, and everything's perfect, 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 perfect. And life is perfect. And I don't have any problems. That's bullshit. That's a lie. If a spiritualist tells you that, they're lying to you. All of us are human. All of us have problems. All of us have the same problems we've had the same problems that you've had, and we figured out a way to deal with that. But we all still have our lives. All of us do. If you feel that my ex stalking me in social media and gathering people up to stalk me is somehow causing you to judge me or feel some type of way about me, then don't work with me. Don't work with me. Go somewhere else and spend your hard-earned money. Because please believe that when I unload a client like that, when I let a client go like that, I get blessings that come into me. And then especially if you are a client that I have already said to myself, I may have to drop this client. And see, a lot of times I will tell clients that, like, listen, you are being way too difficult. We may have to just let this go. Now, if you are on YouTube and I take you as a client, if you are somebody that has watched me on YouTube and I take you as a client, please understand that I am very respectful of everybody. And the reason why is because you've got spirits on you. Sometimes these spirits can make you contact spiritualists and make you do things. It comes along with the territory. That's one of the reasons why I don't drop clients. I had a client last year that I thought about. I said, I may have to let you go. She said, don't let me go as a client. And she apologized because she was being disrespectful to me. Okay. I don't care what Billy Bob said and Angelina Jolie. I don't care what they said. Okay. If you come to me as a client, please show me courtesy and respect, because that is exactly what I am showing to you. First of all, I am charging you way less than what I should be charging you, which I think people take advantage of that, because technically with the work that I do, I should be charging 2 or 3 times that amount. But you know what? I don't. And you know what? Sometimes I feel as though, with everything that goes on and the people that try to discredit me in social media, sometimes I feel like I can't. And sometimes I feel like it's a game. Sometimes I feel like it's something that, that is happening because people want to pay less for the work that I do. I've always been a sage, or I've always been somebody that has absorbed people's negative energy. I have always been somebody that has cleansed people since I was a baby. Since I was a child, I have been an empath, and people have put their crap onto me more than what I deserve. So if you are a client and you are on YouTube, please be careful with the way that you speak to me, because I'm going to start suspecting something. And I don't have to take handouts from anybody. I don't. And you know what? I'm not going to do it, because I'm going to tell you something. This business that I do, what I have chosen to do for the rest of my life. Okay, you should be appreciative of me. Sometimes when you guys pay me for the work to get those negative entities off of you, what do? They come straight over to me. So please understand that at the same time that you are complaining, your those negative spirits are probably attacking me. And if you're complaining to me, I'm going to start suspecting that you're doing that on purpose. I'm going to start becoming very distrustful, and I'm a very trusting person. Listen, it's the way that God made me. I am a very trusting person. I trust people when I shouldn't trust them, because I trust in God. That's why. Because I trust in the higher power, in the source. I trust in my spirits. So even when I suspect this person may be up to no good, This person may be trying to take advantage of me. This person is doing something. I'll still work with you because I understand that everybody and some people have those negative spirits on them. Please be kind to me. Please be appreciative to me for the things that I go through. I have about 20 or 30 people in social media because I am an authentic empath. Probably about 60% of people that claim that they're an empath or think that they're an empath, they're just as sensitive. Being an empath is totally different from just being a sensitive. If somebody tells you, hey, I'm a sensitive, that's totally different from being an empath. Because as an empath, you pick up on everything and people love to dump their bad spirits on you. I just had it happen today. I just had a freaking pedophile try to dump all of his bad energy and scapegoat onto me. It just happened to me today, right in front of your face. So if you are a client and you're going to turn around and not only not understand that, not be empathetic because of that, and then try to compare me to other spiritualists, I swear to God, I will drop you and I will refund you your money. Because that is when I start getting suspectful. Okay. Now I try not to discuss in detail the personal stuff that I go through with the clients that I deal with. I try not to do that. Okay. I don't do that because there's a level of professionalism, but you know what? We are still humans. This is not McDonald's. You're not going through a McDonald's drive-through to order burgers. Okay, you are paying me energy to work for you, to get rid of those energies for you. And when you feel that you can come to me and disrespect me, I don't care what anybody says about me in social media that has nothing to do with my spirits. That has nothing to do with my reality. Those are those people and their problems. You understand me? So if you find me on YouTube, and then see, I've got a couple of clients that know exactly when it's happening, when I'm being attacked on YouTube. So they'll know. They will know. Some of you know. Some of you are watching everything that is happening on YouTube. And for you to watch literally somebody that is just being attacked, literally because of their spiritual gifts, literally being attacked because of jealousy, because of hatred. And for you to sit here and blame me for other people attacking me, and then we'll try to insinuate that I'm not doing my job when I just had 5 other clients text me and say, thank you, Jamila, for what you did for me. But you're the only client that seems to be having a problem with me, then I will drop you as a client, seriously, because you're not taking this seriously. You're not taking this seriously. You're not understanding what is going on. All of my clients, they have the ability to ignore what is happening in social media. Who cares what they're doing in social media? These are people that I don't even know. I don't know these people that have a problem with me. They don't know me. Just because, like I said, Billy Bob and Angelina Thornton or whoever the hell else disrespected me doesn't mean that you have the right to do that. I basically risk my life for you guys to do the work that I do for you. And if I do work for you and it results in it, in backfiring and issues and stuff, because I'm going to tell you something. The reason why I was in that hotel for a while, which I'm not in the hotel anymore. I'm here, but I'm on my way out of here. Okay. Trust me. But I was in this situation primarily because of some of the work that I was doing for clients. So I sacrificed, which I didn't have to. So please appreciate me. That creates a debt for me. It's just like you didn't even pay me for the work that you did. If you pay me for it and then you come back and you show a total lack of appreciation for what I went through for you. Literally, as soon as you send that money, I haven't even received the money yet. And the negative spirit is over here with me. And coincidentally, it matches the same thing. So, for example, when it comes to my clients, I'm so empathic that when I talk to you on the phone, I know exactly what you're going through. That is one of the reasons why I'm so successful. I can sit on the phone with you and tell you exactly what you're feeling and how you were feeling last week and the week before that. That's because I'm an empath, and what I go through, it's more so that spiritual gift thing to where it's not actually happening to me, but it's happening. And it's very mysterious the way that it happens. But when you are giving me crap and when you are being disrespectful to me and when you are not appreciating me and understanding what I go through, I've done healings for people that have made me sick. Do you understand what that means? That means that we are risking our life. Now that's not going to happen to me anymore because, there's ways of avoiding that. And I do those. I do that. In fact, I prefer for you to contact me and say, hey, I'm getting ready to send you in this money for my work. Give me a heads up because sometimes I have to go run a tub of water with salt and clear myself. But when you're just sending it in, which I don't mind you guys doing that, especially if I discussed it with you. But most of my clients will say, hey, Jamila, I'm getting ready to send this in to you right now so that way I can go through my proper channels. But when you're just kind of randomly doing things and then when those spirits hit me and then you call me, so it's almost like and I don't want to suspect this, man, because I'm a very trusting person. But sometimes I feel, and I felt this from some clients, and that's why they got dropped. I felt that at the same time they were sending me money, they were purposely trying to send me hexes with it. And that can be a serious problem because then I'm going to start asking you, how did you hear about me? Did you hear about me on YouTube or did someone refer you to me? Because my referrals are a little bit different. Because the referrals are not going to come from YouTube because some clients, I'm going to be honest with you, some clients, this is the reason why I don't really like to have all this crap going on YouTube. Because some clients will feel, oh, well, I get to take advantage. I get to take advantage of her because of what I can see that she's dealing with. And then that's a problem. My spirits are going to have a problem with that. So listen, just make sure that you understand from here on out, when you come to me as a client, the work that you get is going to work. Now, I had an issue. I'm not even going to lie to you. I had an issue. My spirits, there's certain spells that I'm not permitted to do. I cannot put anybody out of the house. Don't call me and ask me to put anybody out of your house. Go through the courts because spirits are going to protect people from homelessness. So I can't do that kind of work. That will create negative karma in my life. So I can't do that. Another thing that I don't do is I don't do spells to make people lose money. I don't do that. That's evil. Why would you need to do that to somebody? Is it because you're upset? at that person? Is it because you're jealous of that person? You see what I'm saying? So I don't do that kind of work. I don't do work that can lead people to hunger, sickness, or homelessness. I don't do that. Okay. So if you need cleanses, hex removers, money work, love work, but as far as hexing somebody, I don't do that. I do reversals. If somebody does something to you, I'll send their energy back to them. But I'm not going to just go and attack somebody and do curses on people. I don't do that. Okay, because I'm totally different. And I know for a fact that some of these practitioners on here, some of them will send people to their enemies. I don't know why. I don't get it. Why you would rather be an enemy than to be an ally, but that's on you. I know that for me, when I deal with my clients, it is a positive experience. I don't care what is going on with these people on YouTube. It is not my problem. Again, I just had somebody earlier today trying to put their negative energy off on me. Literally just earlier today, it just happened to me. When as a client, when you pay me for that work, you pay me to put that negative energy off on me. But when I feel as though I've got to, go through a bunch of changes and you're fighting with me and you're being difficult with me, then at that point, it's not worth it. Then at that point, we're creating debt. We're not creating positive energy. We're creating negative energy and we're creating debt. Please don't disrespect me because I'm younger than you. I have older clients all the time. They show respect. It does not matter how old I am or if I'm black or if I'm married or if I have children. It doesn't matter. If spirit has led you to me, they led you to me for a reason. All that negativity is not necessary. So listen, don't tell me to ignore. Don't listen. I've had clients and I've dropped clients because of this. I've had clients that have had problems, the same exact problems as me. The same problem, literally the same exact issue. But yet they seem to have an issue with empathizing with what I'm going through on YouTube. But you're going through the same thing. So why is it that you don't have a problem with coming to me to resolve your issues, but for some reason you're judging me and you're trying to tell me how to deal with your issues? For example, I've had clients that will call me. I had a client, I'm not joking with you. This person called me and yelled at me for 3 hours straight about what somebody else was doing to her. 3 hours. Didn't pay me for it. That was a reading. That was a service. 3 hours. But then, can't have empathy for me with what I'm dealing with. And then we'll make it seem like, oh, well, you're supposed to be a spiritualist. You shouldn't have problems. Bull crap. We have to deal with your problems. So I'm just saying, if you are a client from YouTube, please be careful with the way that you treat me, please, because I'll drop you like a hot potato. I will, and you'll miss me. You'll miss me. My clients don't like it when I do that. And if I have a client that doesn't, ask me for, that doesn't, then I'm going to be suspectful of you. Okay. Because this is YouTube. Technically, this is new. This is a new thing. When spiritualists, came to YouTube, I am not a YouTuber. I, I'm not, I have to tell people I'm not a YouTuber. The main problems that I have with people on YouTube have nothing to do with me. They don't even have nothing to do with you, supposedly. These are people that want fame. I'm not asking for fame. That's not even my goal. So YouTube, there's people on here that are just here because they want attention. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to advertise my business, and I'm also here because Google is everything. Google, okay, YouTube and Google are the same entity because Google bought YouTube. Is from what I can understand, Google and YouTube run hand in hand. So this is the reason why many of us advertise, because our websites can get more ranking. And because this is how people find us. Okay. But if just because a spiritualist has problems doesn't mean that they're not a good spiritualist. Okay. There's so you're asking me to not be human, but rather to know how to cover up and hide my issues. Well, that defeats the purpose. I might as well not even be a spiritualist. I might as well just go back in the maintenance. I'm sorry, in the matrix. I said maintenance. I might as well just go back in the matrix and so that I can come on here and pretend. So if you want me to be a good actor or actress and to just pretend that I don't care about anything and that, nothing affects me, then you're coming to the wrong person. I am raw and I am in your face right there. And if you can't empathize with me, then how the hell do you expect for my spirits to empathize with you? There's no such thing as a spiritualist that doesn't have issues and problems. There's only spiritualists that know how to pretend that their life is perfect. And I don't want to. Why would you want to go to a spiritualist like that? They only pretend that everything is Pollyanna perfect when it's not. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. So please be kind to your spiritualists. There are some times when you guys will pay for work and it'll be a spirit that'll just come through and wipe out somebody's computer. It'll wipe out our phones. All of a sudden, a person's phone will just get broke. All of a sudden, your car can break down. You just all of a sudden start having issues. You see what I'm saying? So the work that we do is very risky. And when you're coming at us and you're complaining, it's almost like, well, why am I going through this? I went through this because of you today. I went through what I went through because of you. Because your negative spirits affected me. And then you're going to contact me and complain, and your payment hasn't even cleared yet? And see, that's so wrong, because you have to respect what we do. Yeah. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, we all do. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. The real spiritualists are the ones that are on here complaining. The ones that are on here saying, "Oh, my life is perfect." Those are not real spiritualists. Trust me, there's only 3 people on YouTube that I would recommend as a spiritualist to you. 3. And that's because I know that they are real people. They will come on here and they will talk about what they done, they'll talk about their personal stuff. Those are the ones that I like. And they've been here for years. They've been here for years. And I appreciate them. The ones that come on here and go, oh, everything is perfect with my life. And oh, man, we don't have to front like that, man. You know, sometimes the spirits that y'all dealing with, man, y'all gonna have to deal with that for the rest of your life. And literally the only thing that we can be for you is a spirit guide for you. Yeah, we can remove those badass spirits that are bad. We can remove those. But if you're a client and you're holding on to those negative spirits, some clients hold on to negative spirits. You hold on to negative situations. And I don't mind going through that with you. I sit on the phone and I cry with women every single day. And I don't mind and I don't judge you. You know, my goodness, if I can do work for you and I don't judge you, then I would appreciate the same, especially when you're not judging me because of me. You're judging me based upon these idiotic people. And I love you guys, but I can't go through that. Please appreciate me and what I do for you. I could literally go and get my real estate license and be making $500,000 per year. I live in Atlanta. Trust me, I don't do this for the money. I don't. Because if I were to just do it, so when I show that I'm successful, that doesn't mean that I'm doing it for the money. That means that my spirits are providing what I need. That is simply what that means. That's what that means. That means that my spirits are going to give me what I want. They're going to give me not just what I need, but they're giving me the things that I need to survive and do this work for you. For example, I had somebody that wasn't a client, that doesn't pay any of my bills, that has never paid me for work, try to tell me to move into an apartment. Well, we all know that spiritualists can't live in no apartment, not for long. If you're a spiritualist and you're doing spiritual work from an apartment, you've got to, and especially if you don't have a bathtub to cleanse yourself, if you're a spiritualist, please understand that I know what I'm talking about. And I don't know what I'm talking about because I read it in a book. I know what I'm talking about because of experience, because of what I can see in the spirit. That's how I know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Princess Cash. Thank you. Why am I getting back-to-back phone calls? What is going on? Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, I've got some clients that need me. And then, guys, I'm going to tell you something. Please be patient, especially when you're getting love work, because, you know, just because, listen, people, especially when you're doing work on a third party, you know what I'm saying? So just be patient with that, man. And just be patient with me. We're all dealing with it. Goodness gracious. I am getting back-to-back phone calls. What the heck is happening? Who are these people? Guys, I'll call you back. Leave me a message. Yeah, I think that especially earlier today, especially what I was talking about earlier today, I'm not just a practitioner that just does work and money for people. I actually care about the world. Okay. Who in the world? Okay, now I'm starting to get kind of suspicious. And then that's weird. Okay. I've got to follow up with some clients, guys, so I've got to go. Yeah, guys, just know that I don't judge you. Like, I have people that call me and tell, like, and y'all notice I don't come online and I don't tell my clients business. I don't do that. But I have people that tell me all kind of stuff, and there's no judgment. We don't have judgment. We don't have distrust. There's no judgment. There's no distrust. There's none of that. We don't have that. We don't have doubt. So that's really what I ask of my clients is please trust. Trust is everything. You can literally, I will walk away from you if I feel like you lack trust as a client. Because I'm just working for nothing. If you don't have trust, I'm just working for nothing. Because you're throwing the work away as I do it if you don't have trust. For example, if you come to me and you don't even trust that the spells and stuff is going to work, then it's not going to work. And then you'll blame it on me. And I'm like, well, the reason why your spell is not manifesting is because you don't even trust in what you're doing anyway. Trust is everything. Trust is very valuable. If people could just have trust, you would be surprised at how quickly things will manifest, how quickly good things will manifest in your life. Trust and faith, and not only that, and I do your work like within my clients. I think they're so used to things happening so fast. Like technically I have like up to a week to do the work for you. You know, if you send me in a payment and then you're calling me the next day, you know, demanding, I know that you need it. That's why I love you guys, because I know you need it. I know you need it right then and there. You probably needed it last week, but you had to wait to get paid. You probably needed it a month ago. So I'm not so quick to just say, hey, I can't work with you anymore because, you know, and I don't do that. I don't even let emotions get to me. I don't even let that bother me. Like if you guys get upset with me, I've had clients that have came to me and they have just vented all of their frustrations, all of it on me. And you know what I do? I take it. I take it. And the reason why I take it is because technically that is what I'm here for. You see what I'm saying? So if I tell you, hey, listen, you know, I had to get some rest earlier. If I didn't call you back and I said I would, don't worry. I got you. Like as soon as you make your payment, you're covered. I don't understand what's the point in trolling me right now, but whatever. You see, if you guys are watching right now, thank you, Orion's daughter. You see what's happening right now with the people trolling and stuff? That's a part of YouTube. It comes with the territory. That has nothing to do with me and the work that I can do for you. So when you come to me with doubt, distrust, and negativity is going to make your spells not manifest the way that you want. Now, I can exercise you right there. I can do an exorcism incantation on you right then and there. And I can do it on the phone with you, or I can either do it when I get off the phone with you. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I just want you guys to not judge me and then judge the way you see me as your spirit guide or your spiritualist based upon what you see on YouTube. Because I'm not supposed to control those people. I don't have control over, you know, that's another thing that I was going to say. People think that witchcraft is about having control over other people. That's not the way that is. Everybody has free will. Hold on, guys. Everybody has free will. Nobody has to do anything. Okay, we're all adults. Okay, we're all adults. So just appreciate me and know that, you know, there is, okay, sometimes when, okay, for example, if you guys are very, very, like if you're depressed or something, or if you guys are upset or if you're grieving, when you come to me for help and for healing, that energy has to pass through me. So, like, for example, earlier today, I was very emotional. It's okay to, it's okay to say, like if I do a consultation on you and I can tell that you're depressed, it's okay you're human. You're human. You're allowed to be human over here with me at Divine Services. You are allowed to be human. Okay? And my spirits are fighting for you. They're fighting those negative spirits for you. They're trying to help you. Trust me. And I see spiritualists. I see some people come on here all the time, and they'll say, oh well, because they have a problem with you, they'll say, oh well, you can't solve your problems. Well, it's not necessarily my job, and it's not your job to control what this other person is doing. That's their choice. That's their karma. That's what they choose to do. You see what I'm saying? So, just because you see these people harassing me on YouTube, what does that mean? That means that I'm not a real spiritualist? That I think that would mean the exact opposite. I think that would mean that something is up. Like if you look and you see a lot of people stalking a person, like you have to ask yourself, well, who is this person? Is this person Jesus? Is this person a victim? What is this? What is going on here? So, and I truly believe that there's no spiritualist on YouTube that is just meant to just come and do spiritual work and just make their money and leave. No, we're meant to spread a message. That's why we're on YouTube. And I think that a lot of us have an opportunity to make a difference in the world, to make the world better, but instead people choose to not do that, which is their business. I swear to Goddess. I swear to Goddess, you don't have to do the same thing that I do. You don't have to be the type of person like I am that feels that you have a calling in this life to save the world. You don't have to feel that way. You are free to, like, literally everybody has free will. Okay. So I am a mother. I have children. So I understand what mothers go through. And that's mainly, you guys know that the first angel that came to me was Gabriel, was the very first archangel that came to me. And Gabriel resides over women and children. So I have a deep, deep concern and an emotional attachment to every child in this world. I do. And you can't sit up here and tell me, oh, well, you're dumb because you care. You're dumb because, because you actually have feelings and emotions and you care about your clients. That doesn't make me a foolish person. That makes me, in my opinion, I would rather work with a spiritualist that cares about me. I don't want to work with a spiritualist that just, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They just don't care, and they, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me. It depends on what you're going through. If you are going through something hard, I am very good for that because I have gotten people through some hard stuff, some hard times, just by being there for you and making you laugh and making you forget about that problem for a few minutes so that you can think, so that you can see the light, so that you can see the road open for you. You see what I'm saying? So please just don't disrespect me because of what you see on YouTube. Those people are just like a lot of other people trying to put their crap on me. The only difference is that, you know, they're trying to take that service. You guys know how psychic vampirism works. That's why I try not to come on here and even discuss it too much. But I don't think it's anybody that's just going to be all 100% positive, poly perfect, positive. Everything is just perfect, perfect, perfect. No, that's not that. You haven't even obtained that. So why would you expect for a spiritualist to do that? And I'm definitely asking for your loyalty. I deserve that. I deserve your loyalty as a client. You know? So a lot of people see kindness as weakness. Why? Why do you see kindness as weakness? That's what's wrong with the world. Yeah, I care about the world. Yeah, I do. So anyway, if I start to say to you, hey, listen, I need for you to pause for a second, please pause for a second and chill and relax. I'm taking a lot on for you. Um, I remember there was a client that I had that had a toothache. I have a client right now that has some kind of weird toothache. My tooth started hurting. I don't have there's nothing wrong with my tooth. Just that I bet you I can bet you guys money that there is a client that is either on the way or a client currently that I have that has been having a toothache. And I've been getting that toothache. Am I mad at the client? No. No, it comes with the territory. It does. Trust me, I'm an empath. Easy come, easy go. These spirits come and go. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. And see, also another thing is what I feel very strongly is that spirit wants me to recruit other empaths so that they can start doing their spiritual work as well. And of course, you have to get paid for it because you what are you going to do? You're going to live on the streets? You're going to not eat? We have to eat and sleep somewhere. We have to have a safe environment so that we can even practice and do our work in. So, I don't mean to make you guys feel that, but y'all need to understand that this is serious. This is not, it is a very real thing when you call me for a reading and immediately I get a headache because you have a headache. I'm not even upset with you about that. It's me. I've gotten used to it. Trust me. I've been an empath for over 40 years since I was a baby, since I was born. Yeah. I do feel that I have taught, and I would never ever ever want to keep information from people either because people need that. Like literally, guys, I literally deal with everything. Like sometimes I can hear stuff from all the way. Sometimes I can pick up on stuff in different countries. I know that there's a lot of people that are like, oh, she's been watching Charm too much. No, Charmed has been watching me because when I watched Charm for the first time, I was like, whoa, I feel like they made this show about me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's art is imitating life, not the other way around, you know? Yeah, and so, please do not yeah, there's a lot of people that they're just ignorant. I don't even want to insult people and call them idiotic. I don't even want to do that. But there are some people on YouTube that are very ignorant. And no, I don't like to be affected by that ignorance. But you know what? They're set into place purposely to trigger people. They are. Those people are put into place to trigger spiritualists and to trigger people like me. But that's okay, because everything that I talked about earlier today was relevant. That's just like somebody came in here and said, oh, you're talking about this stuff, stay on task, trying to run my channel. I don't just do psychic readings. I do live streams about certain stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna speak my mind and I'm gonna speak the truth. And I give people warnings about what's to come. I could see that energy coming through. It came through a couple of days before Valentine's Day. So, it's not just about having a business or competing with people on YouTube. It's not even a competition. If I could wake up in the morning and not have these other I don't know what they call themselves doing. I think they work for YouTube or something, because from what I was from what my understanding was that we're all independent on here. We're not employees of YouTube. Is that safe to say that? Like, I understand YouTube probably wants that kind of environment because they want you to be monetized. And also, they want you to judge me based upon what you're seeing in social media. They want you to take me for granted. They want you to not appreciate me. That's the reason why the people on YouTube do what they do. Those are the enemy. Those are your same enemies. I don't even care if you with the enemies. I don't care if you hang with that group. Those are still your enemies. So we all have enemies in common. Some of y'all that have y'all friends and y'all associations and y'all family, those are enemies. Because they have the spirit of your enemy and adversary in them. And really, to be honest with you, you really for me, I don't turn against people. I've never once turned against a client, never once, unless I felt that they were just being disrespectful and just bringing too much negativity. But I've had clients that have said things to me, and I haven't appreciated it, and then we worked it out, we hashed it out. Mm-mm. It's not, Sue. I'm an empath. It's not easy feeling others' energy. They are intense feelings we receive. It's not fun, but rewarding as we get to share our gifts. Yeah, you're right. Selfless and humble. You're right about that. And listen, but let me tell you something. You don't ever be humble to a negative spirit, ever. Ask any pastor, priest, or high priestess. You don't be humble to a negative spirit that is attacking you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With a negative spirit, you have to take charge, and you have to command that spirit to get off of your clients. So I don't get emotional and take nothing personal. Like, if you call me and you're raging against me and you're a client, I know right then and there what you need. Right then and there, I know exactly what you need. You need an exorcism. And some of y'all are dealing with some of the most negative stuff through your jobs, at home. You're going through a lot of negative stuff. And yes, I'm going to go through that with you. I'm just asking for appreciation and respect. And then also trust. I don't have any clients right now that don't have trust in me. All of the clients that come to me have trust in me. So for example, if I have to go to sleep or something, or if I have to, like for example, last night I was up all night battling a spirit that came from a client. And if I have to deal with that, and I make plans to call you or something, and then I don't, just know that I'm a phone call away. I'm never going to avoid your phone calls. I'm never going to avoid your text messages, and I'm never going to avoid your emails. I'm never going to do that. If it was too much for me to handle, you think that God would have put me in this position? You think I would have been born this way? That's exactly the reason why many of us are appointed or anointed to do what we're doing, is because God knows, because of the trust that God or the goddess or the universe has given to you. They've given you that trust. They've said, we're doing this and we're bringing this to you because we know that you can handle it. So handle it. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be joy, there's gonna be pain in life. Yeah. Yeah, and my so-called enemies, they're not even enemies, they're just confused. Those people are just very, very confused. Some of them are bad people, though. I will tell you, some of them are bad people. The people that attack me, because I do have a history on YouTube. Okay. Before I decided to use my spiritual gifts, finally, after 30 something years, which it happens, you know what I'm saying? When I decided to do that, prior to that, I was doing missionary work. I was a child's rights activist. So you guys have to know my history on YouTube. I have a history on YouTube. In fact, part of the history that I've had on YouTube came up last night because the demon said, "You said that 90% of black men should die." That's not what I said. But where that person got that from, where all that negativity came from, was when I was a child's rights activist and a women's rights activist. That's where all that comes from. And that is where all of my enemies came from. All of them came from that. Because I don't go around making enemies with people. That's not even my personality. Even when I was in school, yeah, I got bullied sometimes, but I never had like a bunch of people against me. I never had a mob or an angry mob attacking me. That angry mob came from when I was doing missionary work. I started out doing missionary work. And trust me, that was spiritual too. That led me to that because I would be up all night asking God, please, why are people suffering on this earth? Why are children suffering? Why are women and men suffering? And even before I started doing work for the public, I was calling to the angels to help the world. So I've been doing this work. The only difference is that I was going through poverty and I wasn't being paid for it. And Spirit said, you have to get paid for what you do for this world. Bottom line, because and if this is what you want to do, then do it. So, understand the history. If you are confused and you're a client and you see all these people attacking me and y'all are watching it, why I don't know. I've asked my clients to stop watching that negative stuff. Some of them do. But that comes directly from the missionary work that I was doing on YouTube. And I got a lot of hate, death threats because I said don't rape little babies. And I got People threatened to kill me because I said, please don't rape little babies. So I stand in my mission, and I stand in my power, and I stand directly by what I'm saying. And why would they think that that would change? Am I supposed to sit up here and all of a sudden believe in harming children? And yeah, trust me, when I've brought it up to other people about why I even said what I said in the first place, when they literally ruined this little baby's life for the rest of her life, she'll never have children. She'll probably never have a normal sexual relationship with a man. And somebody said, oh, well, was it a ritual? Because some people believe that hurting children is a part of some kind of sacred ritual. And my spirits don't agree with that. So that's why we're at war. Please respect that. I am at war with pedophiles and child murderers. And I'm not a police officer. I'm not an FBI agent. I don't actually have the credentials. Trust me, I've thought about becoming a police officer just so that I can have all of these people arrested. I'm too old now, but I've thought about it. And you know what? When I was younger, when I was when I was in my teens and 20s, I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a police officer because I wanted to help the world. I wanted to help people. I wanted to stop the bad people. So yeah, I am being chased, pursued, stalked, harassed by pedophiles and child murderers and vampires and demons. It's been happening even before the spiritual work. They just followed me over here. Am I battling these negative people because I've done something wrong? No, I'm battling them because I've done something right. I should, and I've been rewarded for the good things that I've done. That's why I'm so careful about not doing certain black magic rituals for clients. I just won't do it. You know what I'm saying? I just won't do it. So please just understand, what it is that we're dealing with so that you will know. Because half of the people on this earth don't give a damn. And the other half is being silenced. And yeah, I'm willing to die for this. I am. I will say it. I'm willing to die for this. Because as an empath, you're not just feeling other people's emotions. You're also dealing with the weight of the world and the world that we live in. And so what, are people blaming the empaths for the world that we live in? Of course not. We just deal with it. Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? Today, I actually had a very powerful breakthrough today. Um, and that's why I was telling you guys about doing the cord cuttings, because was my concern, and which is my main mission in life, is to help women and their children escape from the clutches of these demons. That's why I tell you guys, if you had children for a man that did nothing for your children, forsaked you, threw you out to the wolves, sacrificed your babies that you loved to the demon, because that's all that it did. It was breeding because it wanted to sacrifice your children. And a lot of you women have had nothing but problems because of the father of your children. A lot of you women have suffered from that, to the point where you're having a very hard time supporting your family. And then they're going around laughing at you because of it. Aha, look at you. Now because they don't understand, when a man or a woman does that, you don't do good. You're not doing right by the children. You're not doing right by anybody. For you to sit up here and say, aha, I'm glad that you're going through changes because you dumped me 15 years ago and I'm still mad about that. That's what a lot of women are dealing with. That's why I tell you guys to do the cord cuttings. That's why I tell you guys to do that. Because that way you can cut the cord, and trust me, there's a lot of stuff that I could discuss about my own personal stuff that would help you, but you can tell that cord cutting that I did worked. Because I'm getting all these weird phone calls and, back-to-back phone calls, and they're angry. They're angry because I cut the cord. Well, then why don't they cut the cord from those demons? They can't because they're codependent. And codependency is not a good thing. It's not. There's nothing wrong with leaning on people when you need them. But, literally, that codependency on that negativity is not good for people. So, that's part of the reason. And I want you guys to understand. Is it going to be like this forever? I don't know. I don't think so. I hope not. I would really hope that God would save all of those souls and all those people that seem to be suffering, that, attack me. That would suck. But then again, we all have free will, and God told you, hey, I'll help you if you help yourself. Because to be honest with you, from what I've gotten from the universe is that we are all our own gods, period. God is always going to be in our image, in whoever's image it is. That's just like with Jesus or, Allah or even Jehovah. You may have a picture of Jehovah in your mind as you, as yourself, because it's a higher aspect of yourself. Now, those religions don't encourage that. Catholicism and Christianity, they want you to, worship the image of, man is what they want you to do instead of seeing yourself as that higher source, as that higher being, which is where eventually you want to get to. And in many cases, a lot of the hardships and a lot of the things that you guys are going through, sometimes it's because of that, because spirits is trying to lead you to your higher self. So, that's why Sue said, when we experience deep pain, it teaches you something. So, yeah. And so that's pretty much what's going on. I know a lot of people are probably a little perplexed and confused about why are they doing this? Is what they're saying, does it have any validity? No, I can tell you that it doesn't. They're liars. They're full of crap. They're scapegoating on me. And then they're angry because and literally, guys, I was doing the bigotry free. I used to have a channel called Bigotry Free TV. And where I was doing my child's rights advocacy and advocating. There's no child rights activists out there. Where are they at? Show me. I would like for you to send, I've seen some of the channels advocate for kids, of course, but I'm talking about somebody that literally is going to dig down into the meat of it and say, what the hell is going on? And these people came from then. They bring it up all the time because they don't share the opinion that a man that violates and rapes a child should be murdered. Well, maybe I don't necessarily feel that you should just be murdered either. But I feel that negative spirit that caused you to do that needs to be destroyed, because that's pretty horrible. So if you want to know why all of those people are mad at me, it is, and I'm not even going to get into that, because I do believe that they are a network. I believe they're a network. Okay. These people are in a network. They were mad at me because years ago I said that, and they bought it up because they're feeling persecuted, probably because of some of the things that they've done. Maybe they feel that spirit is trying to end their life. And that's why they bought up. You said that all of us should die because they're scared. They're scared. So that's where that comes from. If you guys are perplexed about that, that is where all of those people came from. And it has already been proven because that's all they talk about. That's all they talk about. That is the center point of what they discuss, of what they are about. And I'm going to tell you something. All the money in the world will never make me ignore the suffering of children. No money, no amount of money is going to, if I had $1 billion and I knew that children were suffering, I would take, I would give away most, not most of it. I would give away half of it. But that's why they don't want people like me to have money, because they know I'm going to do something to help people. They know I'm not going to be selfish. That's why they don't, that's why there's not very many spiritualists that have been wealthy. However, spirit wants to change all of that. That aspect is going to change. I can promise you that. And yes, there have been a lot of people with money. They give money to charity. They do all kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, what good has it really done? We still have a huge problem. We still have a huge problem. So guys, all of us are born with with our life purpose. And that was a part of my life purpose, and I'm still being attacked for doing right. That's why I'm okay with it. Like, I know it probably disturbs some of the clients. It probably disturbs you guys sometimes when you see what's going on. But for me, it triggers me because I know, what children and what women and what men are going through on this earth. So I know, but for me, I have to get through it. You know what I'm saying? And you just have to do what you have to do to get through it, and handle your business at the same time. Then we know that I was attacked hardcore because I was threatening to file, legal charges. And this, narcissistic people, they hate to be threatened with legal action. They hate that. Oh yeah, and trust me, listen, my spirit guides, when something is coming through, and it was so weird because guess what? I was getting all this intel from my spirits. And do you know that over Valentine's Day weekend, there was an asteroid that NASA was concerned about? So we get threatened, our lives get threatened on this planet all the time. And by the grace of God, one of them things has not came barreling towards the earth to destroy everything and to destroy the earth. And it's because of Earth's magnetic field. That's why that stuff is not hit yet, is because of Earth's frequency. And I believe that the magnetic shield comes from us. So, I deal with a lot. I deal with stuff that's coming from way up there and stuff that's coming from deep within the earth. And I can feel all of that. I can, if I walk barefoot on the ground, I'm going to feel the vibration coming from underneath me. So please don't simplify this. Don't sit up here and say, oh, well, just ignore it. I am not going to ignore and turn a blind eye to the suffering of children. I am never going to do that. I don't care how much money you pay me. In fact, I'm going to take the money that you pay me to strengthen the resistance against this. And I'm real. Some of these people are just looking for attention, and they came that, they found me, and they not really real. They're very, 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 very disingenuous. And I've seen them try to cloak themselves around me and try to even emulate me. But they're not, their heart isn't in the right place, because literally, if I see something horrible or horrifying, my heart literally breaks. It breaks. So no, I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, and then the other day when I came on here, a lot of people assume that when I could, this is another thing I've noticed that the enemy does. The enemy assumes that I don't have money just because I'm speaking out against things. Why would you think that why would you think that? So money is not going to pacify me. That's not what my spirits want me to do. The money is to make sure that I eat, have a safe place to sleep, can sustain my family so that I can do the spiritual work for you. If you are missing certain elements of your life, then no, you really can't do work for people if you're, if you're homeless and they want to say I'm homeless, but that's fine. I can tell you that looking at the real world, there have been plenty of families, just go look them up on YouTube. And I thank those families. You know how many families, even married couples that have had to live in hotel rooms until they've had to rent out 2 hotel rooms, one for the parents and one for the kids to stay in. They've had to do that to survive, depending on what it is, what is going on. You know what I'm saying? And so I appreciate them putting up those videos because those videos that they put up got me through it. This 3 months, which to be honest with you, it wouldn't have even have been this long. If I had to go through some stuff is what I will tell you. And it's my personal business with my spirits and my clients. And I don't choose to necessarily discuss that. I don't have to explain that. I really don't, to be honest with you. All of that is about frustration because people seem to think that, they're going to have access to me, no matter where I'm at, you are denied access. So it doesn't matter where I'm at. When my spirits say that it's over and they're done because you've done too much. So, guys, I want to make sure that we get this understanding. And then that way, if you are a client, just let me say this. If you are a client, please don't watch those negative people. What makes you think it's doing you any good to even watch it? It's all a lie anyway. What do you think you're going to get proof? You think that these people are actually going to be able to prove what they're saying? They'll never be able to do it. It's all smoke and mirrors and lies because of my history on YouTube. Because I told men not to rape little babies. That's why. And of course, the hit dogs hollered big time. Okay, now, listen, there are some people that practice their spiritual beliefs. There are some people that have a spiritual belief that if you harm a child, you can be cleansed of something. Now, I don't know who the hell told them that. I feel that that's confusion, and I would like to get past that confusion. You know what I'm saying? That's not helping you or anybody else. But there's people that share that personal belief. There are some people that don't believe in hurting animals. Then there are some people that believe in animal sacrifice. There's so many different ideas, out here. You know what I'm saying? And we have to all learn to get along. Now, I don't believe in the suffering of children. No, I don't. I don't believe in that. And if somebody has told you that I have allowed anybody to harm my children or that I would, they are a liar. They are lying. Because none of my children have ever been harmed. I am a very good mother, and my spirits will also protect you guys and your children as well. So they want to discredit me because they don't want you to have that. They don't want you to have access to that, which was the whole point of them calcifying your pineal gland in the first place. If you calcify a person's pineal gland and they're not made aware and they're just a sheep, then guess what? They're going to be led to slaughter by these entities, and so were their children. And it's not just a passive thing to where just say, oh, it's so sad. Oh, well, what are we doing the next day? No, this is something that we actually have to dig deep into. And I do that anyway. These people are not mad at me because of the things that I say publicly, the things that I do privately over here at my altar is what they're mad at. Because when I help protect somebody, these demons lose. They do. And then I may be, I'm stepping on a lot of people's toes when it comes to the demonic stuff that they do. Good. You should stop doing evil to people. I don't feel sorry for demons. I don't feel sorry for bad people. And my spirits are very, very, very concerned about people on YouTube trying to interfere with what they are trying to do. They are very, very concerned about that, to the point where my spirits, they look, don't blame it on me, blame it on my spirits. You hear me saying something to somebody, my spirits are cracking down on people. And sometimes evil has to have evil staring at it in the face. See, evil doesn't like for you to hold a mirror up to it. If somebody is threatening your children and threatening your family and threatening your life and threatening your livelihood, you have the right to hold that mirror up to them. Look, you threaten my babies, I threaten yours. Not that we're going to actually do something to somebody's babies. In fact, we protecting the babies. But it's just the point. When you hold a mirror up to a demon, it's going to destroy it. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. That mirror work is going to be pivotal in your work with demons. It is. It's going to be pivotal in your work with your enemies. It is something very, very spiritual and very, very powerful about using mirrors for your magic and reflecting that energy back to those people. What do they expect us to do? Absorb it? I'm not guilty of any crime. I'm not guilty of the crime that you're guilty of. So why should I have to absorb your bad energy? Send it back. I'm an empath, but I'm not a pushover. I'm a sweet person, but I'm not weak. And y'all can't have nobody, when it's time to go to war, guys, it's time to go to war with these spirits. War is never pretty. That's why sometimes I'll come on here and I'll look different. I know y'all be like, dang, especially when a spiritualist is on their cycle. For some reason, I notice that when I'm cycling, I'll look different. Probably because of the hormones. And then if you're fighting with somebody, if you're going through spiritual battle, you're going to naturally look more masculine because your masculine spirits are going to come out. Every woman has masculine and feminine energies, and every man has feminine and masculine energies. It's just, it depends on how balanced you are. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's amazing. In fact, that's going to be one of your biggest things when dealing with narcissists is that mirror work. If you confront them straight on and you let them know, and because that's what spirit will do. I swear to you, man. And I would never, ever, ever, not me. I would never, ever, ever wish anything on my enemy's children. But then again, sometimes the way spirit will see it, spirit will say, well, these children, they're going to grow up and probably be enemies to your children one day. It's not that they're going to just cut their life off or anything like that. But if your enemy is trying to cut your children off, if your enemy is trying to kill your children, then spirits are going to tell you, hey, you don't know what you're doing, and we'll take an eye for an eye. So if you really want to complete your mission to kill this entire family, then just know what the result is going to be. Because I've told people, I said, even the enemies that are on here, guys, I've told them, I said, you are lucky that nothing has happened to my children. You are very, very lucky. Because if something was to happen to them, so help me God, I wouldn't take out revenge because I don't do that. But you don't know what spirit will do. I swear to God, I have seen it happen. I have seen it happen so many times. If you attack someone else's children and you actually have the ability to harm somebody else's children, what do you think spirit could do to your children? What do you think could happen? Okay? And we've seen it play out and manifest over and over again. Okay? Don't sit up here and tell me that all bad people get their day. If people were to actually manifest what they wanted to manifest for you, that would just manifest that in their lives. So you don't want to just try to do harm to people. You don't want to do that. My spirits are very concerned about the things that are being said about me because they're not true. And they want people to know that it's not true. And they don't want it to interfere with the people that are supposed to come to me for my help. That throws things off balance. That's exactly what evil tries to do. It throws things off balance all the time. So I am not the enemy. Ever. I've never even had enemies until I started YouTube. Yeah, I've had people that have stabbed me in the back, but I've never had enemies literally that have threatened my life and threatened my children. Not until I came to YouTube. Oh, and also, guys, the problems that I have on YouTube, okay, they started prior to those issues started prior to me coming out of the broom closet. So these are people on YouTube, and I have a lot of suspicion about them. I'm not even going to say. Spirit don't want me to say. But there will be justice. There will be justice. Okay? So I love you guys. I got to go. I'm going to go. Thank you so much for listening to me, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of me. And listen, I can't be anything but appreciative to everybody in my life. Don't ever think that I don't appreciate you or care about you or love you as a client. I love all my clients. I even tell my clients that I love them because I do. That's not something that I'm saying to you to manipulate you. Everybody needs love. Everybody deserves love. Okay? Now, there's some people that share of an opinion that certain types of people don't deserve love. I'm not going to lay down any judgment today against anybody. But what I will tell you is that the judgment is already there. Like what y'all don't realize, and I've told y'all 3 months ago, you do not need to pay attention to those people. My view, the reason why those people have so many live viewers is because a lot of those are my people that are watching. Those are my people. They backbited off of me. That's, you know what I'm saying? And people are watching, but don't ever judge me because listen, we have to go with the spirit. We have to. And those people have to be dealt with. They do. And trust and believe, I don't have to fight that battle by myself. I got a whole bunch of spirits and angels. Y'all don't have to worry about that. And please don't gauge how I'm doing based upon what they're doing. Those are separate entities that have tried to attach to me that have really nothing to do with me. So thank you, Sue Slattery. Thank you. Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry if I came in here kind of scary for people or whatever, but I'm trying to transmute all of this negative energy constantly for the greater good, for the betterment. But it seems like to me, sometimes I'm fighting an endless battle by myself sometimes, because I feel like so many people have given up hope. So it makes me feel good to see you guys in the chat room saying to me, we are there with you. We know what you're going through. We haven't given up hope. Because when people give up hope, it's over. And so many people have given up hope to the point where they will just start doing all kinds of disgusting things. And there's still hope for our society. I am a firm believer in that. You'll never, ever, ever hear me come on here and say, oh, this world is just messed up and there's nothing we can do. And I just hope that we all just, no, because it's never been that way. Trust me, this spiritual battle has been fought so many times, which is why we're still here. Okay. So always trust in the earth mama, always trust in the divine mama and trust in her spirit, because she created this home for you. She built this home for you with everything that you need: air, earth, fire, and water. And spirit, that's what she created. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. And thank you for coming, you guys. Oh, you're in Australia. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys later. Okay. Love and light.